You know, I'm just glad that I joined when Gary McCarren joined.
Expressing that there was an opportunity to get together with Gary McCarren.
And it was all rolling, you know, progressively upward. It wasn't really until, though, we got Gary McCarren in the mix that things really started to take off. I mean, we were all really...
To me, Gary not coming was a blessing.
Just tired of shit.
Who's making it toughest on you?
Gary.
And once
there
Gary...
was no real reason to come.
Until Gary.
Until I heard that Gary was going to make an appearance.
That would make sense, yeah. And when he finally arrived, did that validate your presence here? Or?
Well, I think that that actually, if he hadn't come, I would have gone home.
Yeah, I don't blame you, because the rest
there
of
was
the guys...
really no reason, you know, to be here. You know,
without Gary.
Without Gary, of course.
Yeah. Well, thank you. Thank you for your input.
Oh, yeah, well, that's no problem. Excuse me, I'm sorry, I got to go to call.
Okay, that's okay. I'll catch you later.
All right, man. Take care.
Okay. How could you say no?
I had to clear my schedule. There was just no getting around it. If Gary was going to be here, I had to be here. It's just that simple. He's an enormous talent, an incredible hairdresser, and I needed to be a part of this.
That's excellent. Now you've obviously known these guys for a long time, and Gary was a significant turning point in your life as far as artistic collaboration.
Absolutely, absolutely. It was funny. I first got to know Bob Macdonald, and then I got with RD1, and then Gary came into the picture, and it just changed the whole dynamic of the band. It took the band to a level that we had no idea we could get to. It was just insane.
That's unbelievable. So does Gary remain a driving creative force in your life?
You know, since RD1, I have been in bands, you know, I've recorded several CDs, you know, concerts all over the country, actually. And in the back of my mind is, you know, what would Gary want me to do? What would his spin on this be? Because he's so unique and he's such an incredible influence in my life.
We were all really good at what we did, but Gary was so far beyond any of us. We studied Gary, we watched Gary, and we emulated his guitar playing technique, his song interaction with the audience, his playing, his phrasing, everything about Gary McCarren was just, was the best that we had ever seen. So it was just a matter of time before we drew Gary into the mix, and he became really the reason why everybody gathered around creatively and gave up everything else in their lives to throw themselves behind Gary McCarren. Because Gary McCarren was obviously the most talented and potentially successful artist in the group. The rest of us are just pretenders compared to Gary McCarren. But we've done our best, and we hate him, but in a kind of odd way, we love him too.
Like he's scarier than he is crazy.
Sometimes he's scary, and sometimes he's McCrazy, but he's always McLovable.
Gary McCarren. Sorry.
It's okay.
Gary McCarren ruined my life.
One is all about.
You know, he actually personifies the spirit, I think, of RD1 like nobody else. I think he really puts out in more ways than one, and really has done everything he could to excuse me, to make RD1 the popular band that it was. You know.
Have you stayed in touch with Gary McCarren over the years?
You know, excuse me. As much as my wife will allow, I think I've been in touch with Gary.
Is Gary McCarren a bad influence on you, or?
A bit on me?
Yeah.
No, certainly, but certainly on the people around me. I think that yeah. No, listen. Let me just say that that Gary is Gary, and I think you know what I mean.
There's a price to be paid for hobnobbing with talent of the likes of Gary McCarren.
Well, at that level.
At that level.
At that level, you never know what you're going to come across, and I think that you have to be ready for that shit.
Well, now, how did you? When did you
Excuse
first?
me, I'm sorry.
When did you first?
No, I'm sorry. I can't talk to you right now. Okay. All right. Well, right. I'll be on the coast next week, so I'll give you a call. Okay. Thanks. What? No, I can't do it right now. Okay, I'm being interviewed. All right. Okay. Cool. All right. Bye.
I mean, my firstborn son is named Andy after me, but it was a battle between my wife and I. I wanted to name my firstborn son Gary, but she wouldn't let me do it. So that's just, it's just amazing the impact he has had on my life.
So aside from Gary, what do you think about the rest of the guys from RD1?
Well, the guy, they're all kind of like sheep. We all kind of follow whatever Gary is doing. I mean, he's so cutting edge on the forefront of, the music scene that, what you can't do anything but just be in awe of his presence.
Well,
Nobody is except for you.
I guess
Okay, what
maybe
the fuck?
he's just a jerk.
but everybody
I don't
loves him,
wanna see
even
that
though he's a
happen.
jerk.
Everybody loves him.
Yeah, well.
I don't know why, but everybody loves him.
Took my girlfriends. We did okay, you and I, remember? We'd hook up with some groupies, but after Gary got in the band, it's like sex ended.
As opposed to a line.
I shouldn't really say it ended, it just moved a little closer to home, let's say. And then this guy comes in to the band, and what a voice, what a personality, what a look. The look, I was jealous of the look, that's for sure. And he comes in and he takes over. And everybody, I understand that the guy was talented and good looking, and about the size and all that, but I just thought I was being pushed out and pushed and pushed and pushed and pushed. And I finally quit.
My numbers don't care what I play or what I wear. I don't know any more songs.